Having rebuilt the garage roof last year from a flat felted roof to the tile pitched roof, it was obvious that the new tiles did not match the 40-year-old main bungalow roof in colour or in texture. It was decided to investigate roof refurbishment paint. The old roof was not a pretty sight. The tiles were covered with lichen and all kinds of growths. Also, the ridge tiles were loose and needed rebedding. The ridge tiles were taken off and each in turn were rebedded on expanded polystyrene. The expanded polystyrene had proved to be very successful for over 10 years in some flashing that I'd done on the far end of the bungalow chimney. Another view of the old roof before it was cleaned, with lichen, moss and goodness knows what growing on it. Before ordering large quantities of this coating material, it was essential to understand how it could be applied, what colours are available. Kingfisher products seem to be the most helpful and informative of the companies, and they supplied us for a small fee 3 samples which we could try out on an old tile. It was decided that the most suitable and bright would be terracotta clay. The order was placed, and after 2 or 3 days the colour seal material was delivered. So now it's onto the roof and get the job done. The first job was to clean the roof with a pressure washer. The Kärcher pressure washer was mounted on a small platform with a safety rope over the top to stop it from trying to escape. Power on, water on, we fired up the Kärcher power washer, and within seconds the tiles started to come clean. We were able to wash off what I can only describe in one word, beginning with S and ending in T. The downpipes were removed and a wheelie bin put underneath the outlet from the guttering so that the water and muck off the roof would fall directly into a wheelie bin. The water in the wheelie bin could be siphoned off, which left the muck in the bottom, which was tipped out, and here we see one of 3 lots that we had off the back of the roof. The roof has been power washed and is now ready for the next stage. The next stage after pressure washing is to leave the roof to dry thoroughly and then apply a biocidal wash, as Kingfisher products call it, to the whole roof, ensuring that this is sprayed into every crack and crevice to kill off any lichen or spores or anything that might be lurking there that could possibly start to grow under the coating. The biocidal wash is allowed to soak into the tiles and dry over a period of 24 hours before the coating can commence. The Kolourcoat can be applied to the roof in 3 ways: brushing, rollering or spraying. Spraying is used by the professionals, but I was concerned that any overspray or a gust of wind would blow it onto the solar panels at the front, the greenhouse at the side or the conservatory on the back, and I thought the slower method with the brush might be quicker in the long run, as I may spend days with a Brillo pad trying to get this coating off the glass. Nailing on the roof was quite easy. I did try nailer pads, but those were not very good, and finally used a piece of foam rubber, which proved to be very comfortable. Right, we've done as much as we can nailing on the roof. We need to finish off the bottom 2 rows of tiles from the platform or from the ladder. The following day, the second coat was applied all over the back of the roof, and as the manufacturer's publication says, the second coat brings out the colour, and I think you will agree, the colour is first class. Attention to detail I felt was most important, and that was first of all in the cleaning process with a pressure washer, the sanitising, and finally with each coat to ensure that every crack and crevice was coated. And here you can see the finished results on the back of the bungalow roof. We'd gone through the learning curve on the back, so we knew what to expect and how to do it. And here we see the karcher and part of the roof cleaned and parts still mucky. The dashes of expanded polystyrene is where tiles have been repaired or sealed using expanded polystyrene. This material goes through any crack and expands on the inside and can be cleaned off smooth on the front before the coating goes on. Another view of the front roof, partially cleaned. We did clean as far as possible underneath the solar panels, and also was able to coat up to 200 to 300 millimeters underneath the panels. The first coat is on, and you can see the contrast between the dark red of the first coat and the second coat on the ridge tiles. The job is done, 2 coats, front and back. Now it's time to sit on the roof and have a beer to celebrate. The finished job, cleaned, sanitised, and 2 coats of colour seal, resulting in a beautiful red roof, which I hope will last for many years to come. Job done.
A fiddler on the roof.